We at AlSafina Security understand the importance of the swift feedback to all of our customers with increased demand of the transits in the high-risk area during COVID-19 pandemic. Therefore, our operations team is 24/7 remotely monitoring all the operations going on in the high seas. From the very start of the pandemic crisis, AlSafina Security took needful mitigation strategies in order to perform undisruptively to all the network of the clients. Our security teams that are based on board of the floating armories, they are all in good health condition. The management platform does all the needful checkups on their health. All the infection control measures are implemented. They are duly advised to follow the guidelines of the World Health Organization. Furthermore, due to the inspection guidances for COVID-19 pandemic, all our security operators, they have a valid filled and signed health record book. A key role of the government is to protect and secure the well-being of its people, most crucially and visibly during emergencies and critical times as outbreak of coronavirus. Going globally, as of today, the IMF has 50 million available in rapid distressing emergency financial to help countries suffering from the virus. The economic consequences of COVID-19 pandemic call for urgent policy responses in order to help medium and small businesses, in order to help people to retain their jobs, being able to cover their expenses, and at the same time for the economic not to be in the recession. Most of the measures envisaged at present are of macroeconomic nature and mainly provision of emergency liquidity by central banks. Coming to the policies that people would be expecting from the government to be done, it would be, first of all, broad-based tax relief, wage subsidies, unemployment benefits, deferment of utility bills, rent payments, mortgage relief, lump sum payment of households, loans guarantees for businesses, small and medium businesses, as well as equity investments by the governments into other types of the businesses. Those measures are needed in order to proceed further to prevent a catastrophic economic collapse that would have dire human, social and health consequences. But at the same time, in my opinion, the private enterprises, they have to cooperate with the government. They have to reflect on the market swings that are extremely important for the government to understand the needs of its population, the needs of its businesses in order to succeed further. And while the trade impact of these measures may not be a prime concern of government at present, nevertheless, it's extremely important in order to sustain the current state in a solid condition and in order to prevent any further collapses as of coronavirus outbreak. Business life post-COVID-19 is going to take certain time to resume in a consistent state. The global recovery stays extremely weak due to the economic distress and further downside risks, one of which is the potential spike of another coronavirus pandemic. Nevertheless, just as crisis brings a lot of risks, it also brings a lot of opportunities. Now is a chance to rebuild stronger and more sustainable system that can effectively mitigate the risks together with harnessing the opportunities. In my opinion, any business structure and business enterprise has to reevaluate and renovate the way how they operate, and only then they will be able to survive. So I think the modus of operandi is going to be more data-driven, including flexible contracts, including remote workforce planning, contingency and crisis planning, including risk containment policies and procedure, more mobile way of operations, etc. I would like also to point out that staying resilient at these uncertain times is one of the major requirements in order to navigate through the challenges that we currently face. In order to work on the contingency and crisis management planning, we need to involve the major patterns in our daily life, because only us, people who do run certain businesses, know the gaps and lacks of these business models, and only we can help our companies to sustain successful business without major losses during such challenging times.